Yeah, Mr. Bloody Clever, check my tablets. Oh, you've taken them. Yeah. Yeah, I take my medication. Yeah, and flush it down the toilet. They don't know. They come and check the tablets, and if I don't know what they call those wrappers, if they're empty, they think I've taken them. Yeah, yeah, take them and flush them down the toilet. Bollocks to them. They're giving me medication I don't need. I had a cycling accident with a bump on the head. I didn't have a helmet on. My mum had just died, so I was upset. I was a bit deranged for a while, but I said to him, every time I've relapsed, I've been daft with the drink and I've been daft with the bike rides and walks. I've had anxiety because I have never had strange thoughts when I've relapsed. I mean, I used to think I was Dick Turpin and King Arthur, but a bump on the head will do that. And if your mother's just died, I've never done that when I've relapsed. I've had anxiety. They're just taking the piss. They're milking me to give me tablets. They're probably getting a backhander. The doctors will get a backhander off the tablet manufacturers for every time they sell a tablet. It's just a load of bollocks. So I was saying to somebody not so long ago, they're just milking it. The pharmaceutical industry is the biggest industry in the world, and they're just taking the piss. Because there's natural remedies that you don't have to take all the crap out of. They're just as good as the tablets, and they'll do just as good a job. I mean, I had an African social worker. He said, we don't get illnesses like you do in England because there's stuff in our food that's naturally occurring, and it does the job of the tablets. And he said, it's a lot better for you. Because these tablets, well, somebody told me they were made out of chalk. That can't do you any good. No, they're probably made out of flour, because you make flour and water paste. We used to make flour and water paste at school. You mix flour and water, spread it on paper, and it glues the paper together when it dries. It'll do this. That's how they make the tablets out of flour. But I mean, these bloody chemicals are put in your system. What the hell does it do to you? That's what I object to. I mean, one day I went to see him. Oh, they said, "Oh, your liver's going." Oh, I've got two, haven't I? Yeah, the other one will be all right. Well, well, first they said my liver was so many points down or up. It wasn't many points down, but it makes you worry, doesn't it? But one of my community psychiatric nurses was saying she knew an alcoholic, and she said he only had half a liver, and he lived an active life. I bet he probably didn't do 75-mile bike rides. But I'm concerned about these tablets they give me because I don't need them. I mean, he thinks I've taken those tablets for the last what? Where are we today? Monday. For the last 4 days, and I haven't. Do I sound deranged? I was talking complete sense. He's talking bollocks because they're an antipsychotic. If you stop taking them, in most cases, if you're psychotic within a couple of days. That's the thing, my relapses, which were caused by alcohol and long bike rides and walks at the same time, they took 2 years to happen. They say how it varies. It's usually a couple of days. They're talking bollocks. And I bet he doesn't come with this injection tomorrow. But if I say that, he will. I've objected to the injections because they hurt, because I've had them for 32 years and I'm covered in scar tissue where they inject it. And it hurts every time. They just say, oh, it's a nerve. No, you've hit scar tissue. It got more and more often than that happened. Why would they suddenly hit, am I growing more nerves? No, I'm growing more scar tissue. Because every time they inject you, it leaves a small piece of scar tissue. And it's hard. And when they stick the needle through it, it hurts. Bollocks to them. If I'm not here when he comes tomorrow, what's he going to do? I mean, I might piss off. I mean, I don't have to go for a long bike ride. There's plenty of seats around here I can sit on where the fuck I am. Bollocks to him. I'm not going. I'm not having it. You can stuff off, and he probably won't come anyway. It's just an idle threat. Because I bet you, somebody wants me to do something. They want me in town. Well, I won't be there. Fuck him. I might just check. I might just see if he turns up. Because I bet he doesn't. Yeah, the pop and crackle kid lunatic. Yeah, he wants me to drive in Formula 1. I'm 58, I'm too old, fuck off. Why did Ayrton Senna crash? We never found out, did we? Was it suicide? Probably. Because apparently, according to the Daily Bollocks, all the black boxes from the car vanished, so the police had no information as to how fast he was going. Well, it was obvious it was on screen. It just went straight on. It didn't turn the steering wheel. It either had an heart attack and died, or it was suicide. Because it'd be in a contract he couldn't get out of, and he'd be sick of it. Because everybody would be nicking his stuff. Apparently, he lived in a house that could only be reached by helicopter. That was the only way that he could get he could defeat the thieves. But there'd be thieves with helicopters. They'd probably turn up with guns. Or turn up when he was asleep, because they've come in here and nicked my bike seat while I was asleep. The one I wasn't going to use, but I could have used it to check the bike out, because I'm going to have to mount a Harley Davidson seat on the bike. And it might not work, because if it won't work with the alternator, I'm fucked. I'll have to have an ordinary bike seat. The Harley Davidson motorbike seat is going to fit onto a special bicycle mount, which will work, I think. If it doesn't, and I'm going to have to buy another seat. I told him I'd nick me seat. I said I've turned this place upside down. I mean, it's pretty not that difficult to spot a bike seat, even if the place is cluttered and untidy, is it? I looked all over for it. Someone's nicked it. This T-shirt, it's not mine. It's been put in here. Is that a swap for the bike seat? Well, a T-shirt is £1 to £2. A bike seat's about 15 quid. It's not a fair swap. And why do they want me in a grey T-shirt? Ah, fuck them. I'm sick of them. I'll be in a bloody brown shirt and a fucking black collar and black tie and fucking Nazi fucking cap before long. Fuck them.